Hi everyone, it is Thursday, the 4th of August, 2016, and this is episode 81 of Serenova Crafts. I'm your host, Jessica. I can be found as Serenova on Ravelry and Twitter, and as Serenova Crafts on Instagram. You can find the show notes for today's episode on my blog or in the Ravelry group. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Ravelry or any of those places. VKN tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think that's my standard opening. You might notice if I'm looking a little differently today, because normally I'm recording this on my laptop, whereas today I'm trying my cell phone. Mainly because yesterday my laptop gave me a lot of issues and I had to scratch the recording twice. So this is actually attempt 3 at episode 81. I kind of gave up yesterday. There is a thread in the Ravelry group when I do delay a podcast, and I did put up a message saying, hey, try again tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try recording on my phone and then editing on the computer instead of doing both on the computer. But my phone camera is a little different. When I record on the computer, the camera's up there and the screen is down there, so when I look at the screen, it looks like I'm looking at the camera, right? I mean, you might notice a little bit of eye movement, but it's not bad. But this time the camera is off to, from my perspective, the right of the screen. So I'm going to try to look in the camera, but I do tend to look at the screen as well so that I can see what I'm doing and see what it says. So I know my lighting's completely horrible, but I'm in my living room instead of in the bedroom. So you get a completely different background. You get to see some of our swords. Yes, that is a portal gun. Where is it? Yes, that is a portal gun. Yes, that is a botlith. That is Pokemon fan art. And yay, swords. So I'm just going to get right into it. Not too much chatter this week. It's actually been a really slow week for me. I had a rather debilitating migraine on Tuesday, and I got nothing done. And by nothing, I mean I basically laid in bed all day, very thankful for our blackout curtains in our bedroom. Like, that's how bad it was. We had this really big front sitting over us on Tuesday, and it started on Monday, and I had a little bit of a headache Monday night, but I took something, and then I was okay. I managed to fall asleep, but Tuesday morning I woke up and by 9 a.m. my brain just felt like it was going to explode. And I normally go to a knitting group on Tuesdays. I didn't go to that. And I sent them a message going, hey, I'm not going to be there. And they were like, oh my God, are you okay? I said, raging migraine. I will see you all next week. Sorry, I need a sip of water. Oh, my lighting is super bad. Maybe if I turn off the dining room. Be right back. And it's horrible. So, I turned it off, came back, looked, So I put it on a lower setting, and now I just look horrible. The problem is that the only light we have in our living room is behind me. So you're just gonna have crappy lighting this episode. Sorry, that's about all I could do, is just say, oh, my shirt keeps getting messed up. Just crappy lighting this episode. Hopefully next week, if I decide I like the recording on my phone thing, I will have something figured out. Right now, crappy lighting it is. I actually do have the hall light on, but it's not giving much light this way. And I have the slider here and Anyways, I had hoped to finish the body of the sweater by the time I talked to you folks this week, but no, that didn't happen. I am totally on, let me put those in front of me. I'm close to the end of the stripes, but I am not actually there. So, here's the sweater. Can't see the stripes that well. Where's my thing? On the other side. So, I was where... Oh God, you can't even see the marker. This is going to be a horrible episode. See that marker? That's where I was last week. So, I'd knit the panels for the front and the back, and then I'd started the stripes. And I was I'll say about halfway through the stripes in terms of stripe count. But in terms of stitch count, you keep increasing every time, but I've done that much, hopefully. There, that's actually not bad. If I tilt it towards the light, you can see how far I've come. That's a good fair bit. Unfortunately, like I said, I haven't worked on this as much as I would have liked because headache, and just headache. Oh my God, I was so out of it. Sorry, I dropped stitches, so I'm picking them up. I will fix the stitches later, but they are back on the needle, which is what counts. So, and I'll put this aside. Fun times. So like I said, headache. I didn't get to knit on it as much as I would have liked. Over the weekend, things were just crazy. I've both been swamped and like completely at ends too. I mean, I'm still looking for work, and I'm all over the place this episode, whatever. I've been looking for work, and things are still, I haven't found anything yet, and just, I'm getting to the point where, like, I need something to do. Hopefully I get a job soon. Cross my fingers. Cross my fingers. So, I do have a little bit of stash, mainly because my Hello Yarn Fiber Club came in on Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm going to show that to you folks. The color is not going to be accurate, but I will add the spoiler photo in my show notes so that you can see the color as it's supposed to be. So, it's blues with some browns and yellows mixed in. There's some orange too. The colorway is called Mean Streak. It's the Fiber Club for July 2016. And it is 65, 25, 10% of Polwarth, Young Mohair, and Tussa silk. I know I haven't spun silk before, so this should be interesting. I think I will not be aiming to get a second bag of this simply because I don't know what the silk is going to do. I don't have the experience, so I don't want to ruin it. Actually, I did start spinning some Hello Yarn. I've been spinning some. It's over on the table. I'll be right back because I need to go get like 3 things. Yay, being disorganized. I should have grabbed stuff before I started podcasting, but I'm kind of sitting here waiting for Comcast to fix my cable box. So I'm staying in the living room so that if it gets fixed, I'm here and I can see it. Because I switched out one of our boxes for a newer box because I wanted some of the stuff they have for the Olympics, like where you can ask for it to show you the medal count and stuff like that, because the Olympics start tomorrow. Yay! My mom's actually... The plan is for my mom to come over and for us to watch the opening ceremony together because Kevin is not going to be here. He is going out to dinner and then going to go see Suicide Squad. So he's not going to be here for the opening ceremony. And I didn't want to watch it alone, and I figured, well, why should my mom watch it alone? I invite her over here because Kevin and I have a TV bigger than her, so why not watch it on the nice big television, right? So, in spinning news, because I totally got distracted, I have 2 bags of a older Hello Yarn Fiber Club. I was not in the Fiber Club at this time. I bought both these bags from separate people as D-stashes on Ravelry. This is the club from November of 2014, and it is called Bracken and Gorse. It is a Targhee wool top, and I can pull this out of the bag here. Excuse me for the crinkling. And I've already spun half of this bag, which I will show you on the spindle in a sec. So, not that you can see it, like, again, crappy lighting, though that's not bad, but crappy lighting. We need more floor lamps in this apartment. We only have 1 lamp in there, and it's really dim. And then I have the whole... We need better lighting. Kevin would live in a cave if I let him. Like, he would never turn the lights on, never open the blinds. He would live in a cave. Anyways, this is... Need to remember where the camera is. This is how it's spinning up. If I turn it like that, you can actually see the color pretty good. I am going to do 2 singles on separate bobbins and then ply them together to hopefully get a fingering. I'm hoping for a fingering. And since I have 2 bags of it, that gives me 8 ounces. Hopefully I can get a nice shawl. I'm thinking one of Martina Bem's from The Hitchhiker. I'm thinking the Trillion. No, not the Trillion. Maybe it is Trillion. It's the one that has like the lace on one edge. I have the ebook of all 4, so I'll link it in the show notes because I honestly don't remember. So went to spinning last night, spun about half a braid, or well, spun most of half a braid, and so that is that. So I think that's it. Oh god, this is another short episode. These are like short 10-15 minute episodes the last few weeks. I've been in a bit of a knitting slump, I think because I'm just in a slump in general. Like I said, I'm getting to that I want to do something, but with the ADD brain, because I'm ADD, I just end up all over the place and don't get anything done. So I did Frogger Project because I realized I was never going to finish it. It's nothing against the pattern. It's nothing against the yarn. I am simply like, nope, I decided I don't want a super thick Fair Isle cowl. Really, I'm like, I was looking at it going, I am never going to wear this. There is no point of my knitting it. I want it, but not going to happen. So I'm thinking I might actually double knit it. We'll see. I haven't double knit anything like ever. I did like a tiny little swatch once because I was trying to figure out how to do it. But double knitting it would be interesting, and I would still get a nice thick squishy scarf, but it's fingering weight yarn, so it wouldn't be that bad. I would go up a needle size though. I don't know. Might happen. I might double knit the pattern instead of doing it as a Fair Isle in the Round, because a Fair Isle in the Round would be 4 layers, because it's 2-color Fair Isle. So if I did it as double knit, it would only be 2 layers, which could be doable. And I could knit it as a scarf. I could just not sew the ends together and just add some fringe. That is sounding like a better idea the more I talk about it. Oh, and the sun came out. What do you know? Now I'm nice and bright. Bracken and Gorse? Oh yeah, that is so much better. Look at that color. Yay! I split the fiber in 2, so that's why you have. Oh my god, that is so much better. Yay for the sun coming out. Yay! Oh, let's hold the new one up. Oh yeah, that is much better. That's actually fairly accurate, actually. That is close. There's more blue on the front, but you can see the more color variation on the back. This should be interesting to spin. I'm gonna have to come up with stuff I can make with 4 ounces of 4 ounces of stuff. So anyways, now that my lighting is good, I am out of stuff to talk about. Go figure, right? So I think I'm going to call it, like I said, VKN tonight, because it is Thursday instead of Wednesday. Next week I should record on Wednesday, no problem. I just had really bad technical difficulties yesterday. That's been happening. My laptop is getting a little old. Old for a laptop. Not old for a computer, but old for a laptop. I might actually see if I can process on Kevin's computer instead of mine, because that would make my life a hell of a lot easier. We'll see. That's actually an idea. So I will talk to you all later. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye!